Today we're at Talbot Memorial Park, locally known as the Plough. We started off from the local village in Velindre with two junior football teams, under 9s and under 10s. We entered into the Port Talbot League, and then the club just kept building, then bringing new teams in every year until we built up a fantastic junior football section. We started here in 1994, and I think it was about 12 years until we moved to our new home at the Ynys Park in 1996.
I was 7 when I joined the club, so that was 30 years ago now. I remember my first game, I just up the road in Baglan, up in the Evans Bearvans, and the rest is history, as I say.
We try to help anyone out as much as we can, and everyone's welcome to come and spend time up here, whether it's drinking in the bar, being involved in the football, coming onto the committee. Generally welcome anyone up there, and that's what's so good about the place.
There's a small village down the road a little bit where we actually live, called Velindre. The old age come up here for Christmas meals. It's vital for people like that. It's very community oriented.
The amount of work that's gone in here since we came here in 1996 has been absolutely tremendous, and it's changed dramatically from day one when we came in.
Since we've gone up the leagues, everyone have dug in, and like this stand, for instance, we went down to Ammanford on a Sunday morning and paid £50 from their old Rice Road ground. Not many people know this. This is actually Ammanford AFC's old stand from Rice Road.
Come on, lads, right? Let's go.
When I came here last year, we had the stand there, we had no floodlights. The pitch is 10 times better again this year. I would say, it's got to be up there in the top 3 or 4 playing surfaces in this league. And that just shows how far this club is going, really, and how far it's come, really.
We're basically going through the pyramid system within the FAW. The facilities here had to be upgraded, and what was required to go up in the pyramid system, we worked at, and this is where we are today.
Well, Steve's not very good with DIY. He's not the greatest. There's a committee, then there's people who do all the maintenance now, and some of them, the amount of hours they spend up there. But no, Steve will come to me because he knows I'll go to them, and we get a good team together, and if there's something that needs doing.
Yeah, we got full funding from the FAW via the WGI, the Welsh Ground Improvements. Be quite honest, without that funding, we would never have got stand or the new boiler facilities. We're very fortunate to be one of the clubs that got floodlights. That again was a lot of hard work and a lot of fundraising. With other monies, then we were able to install the lights, which is paying its way back for the club already.
Call him boss, that speaks a lot for him. I think everything has to be run by Steve. He's kind of like the chief, as you say. Yeah, he's the decision maker and oversees everything. He does say he's taken a step back from things, but he will. I don't think he ever will. So I think he loves it too much.
I've known Steve from when I was a lot younger. He was very friendly with my father. When I signed up here as a player, my father always said, you won't go far wrong with Steve Green. And then obviously when Steve asked me to come on the committee, generally you go and get advice off your parents. My father said, get on it.
So Steve is Trefelin at the end of the day. I remember being a 10-year-old playing against Trefelin when he first started, and him standing on the touchline as a grumpy guy that he still is. But generally, he is the club. He's up here 7 days a week doing something.
What I like about him as well, he's so straight talking. If he thinks I've done something wrong with some of the formation, whatever it may be, listen, he'll tell me straight, and I prefer that. And if I got an issue with anything, I can go to him, which as a manager, I don't think you can ask for much more, really.
Obviously, we can't do anything without the other committee members and the volunteers, and he's the first to say that. But I mean, it's Steve's imperative to the club.
Without the many volunteers that have put their effort with fundraising and works going on around the ground, it would be impossible without these volunteers. You know, we wouldn't be where we are today without them, and I can't thank them people enough.
I got to say, this club is fantastic, what they do with the local community. The youngsters are coming through now, and we have 4 or 5 involved with the first team today, so it's always going to be a good step for the club to carry this forward, really.
Confidence is massive in football, I believe, and the confidence that the gaffer gives me and the people in and around the club is massive, especially the jump, because I sort of broke through in the first team last year at 16, 17. That jump to go and play with, you know, men, it can be very difficult on times, like especially when things don't go your way or you're being dropped or what. So the confidence in the people in and around the club just say, get your head down, keep working, and you know, you'll get your break, is massive. So it helped me massively as well. So.
Now, the mental health suite and mental health came into the club after we lost a committee man a few years ago. We wanted to do something in his memory. Darren's family and people of the committee have got together, and we've got this mental health suite upstairs now, which obviously is driven by Martin Wagstaff.
It did take a little bit of time to get it going, and obviously Darren's family have become back involved, especially his sister, and then we sort of had a few meetings and decided it's something we wanted to drive forward when they felt it was right for them, which is most important, to be honest with you.
A couple of our players over the years have come to us, myself and a couple of the other girls, the younger players, and they've spoken to us about having mental health problems, feeling depressed, feeling down, and we've chatted to them and done what we can, but obviously we're not professionals. To have something here like that they can access is amazing.
You deal with pressures every day. You deal with pressures in football, you deal with pressures outside of football, college, everything, work. That's why I think it will work so well up here, because it's such a family-run club.
I think it's just a huge role in the community, so as well as mental health, we want to provide a nice space if community projects and groups want to hold some meetings and things. So I think it's just going to provide a nice free, warm space for the community, as well as then the mental health, so it's a nice safe environment for people who want to kind of share their troubles.
Well, we've got to be doing something right, you know, because the community is so much behind us. They've seen this place change over the last, 20 odd years, from what it was to an open field to what is classed now as a top class football stadium.
I don't think there's any end goal for this club the way it's going, but I think the most important thing at the moment is to bring as many youngsters as we can through. So if we can keep on bringing local youngsters through into the first team, I think the club is on a very firm footing, really.
This is very inclusive of the local area. People come up here for birthday parties, for baby showers. We've had everything here, and it's lovely. There's no bad feeling up here. It's a really good club. It's a nice club.
My ambition was to get Trefelin as a Welsh League club, and you kind of sort of like forget what goes on off the field to get you there as well. If we can just maintain Welsh League status, I mean, that's definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I believe the future of Trefelin is just keep growing, produce the next generation of children that play out on this pitch, keep the community, the family feel to the place for many years to come.
Well, I can only tell you what the future holds for the next year or so, because I'm retiring. I'm not resigning, I'm retiring, and I'm going to hand it over to other people. I'll still be in the background, still be available, but hopefully the club will keep going from strength to strength as we've done since 1984. And there's no reason why we can't progress higher.